Hello, 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 everyone. Bill Murphy here from the Sports Insanity Network, and welcome to another exciting edition of Murphy's View. Well, we got a good one for you today, folks. Today's game that we're going to be talking about are the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the quarterback, the man formerly known as Tom Brady. Oh, wait, he's still known as Tom Brady. The man formerly known as the GOAT, Tom Brady. So let's look to see what they did last week. The Cincinnati Bengals coming off a 23-10 win in the Battle of Ohio against the Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow went 18 completions out of 33 attempts, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT, and was sacked once. Rushing, Joe Mixon, 14 carries, 96 yards, 0 touchdowns. Samaje Perine, 4 carries, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. Jamar Chase, 10 receptions, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. And Trenton Irwin, 2 receptions, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. So the Cincinnati Bengals looking great last week, taking out Cleveland. Now switching over to the Buccaneers. Tom Brady not having the best game, coming off a 35-7 loss against the now NFC West champion San Francisco 49ers. Tom Brady, 34 completions out of 55 attempts, 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 INT. And now you got 1 touchdown from Russell Gage at 2 receptions and 12 yards. Okay, so I think this game is going to be an interesting one. You got Joey B versus Tom Brady. You sort of got like the old generation, meaning Brady, that 90s, 2000s draft class, versus the new generation with Joe Burrow. So we also got to look at the injury report that is going on with this game. The Bucs are going to be out their outside linebacker, Jannard Avery, who has an abdomen/oblique injury. Carl Nassib, who has a pectoral injury. Jamal Dean, who has a toe injury. And defensive line Vita Vea, who has a calf injury. And the Bucs also have a game time decision of Joe Tryon Shanoika, who is a game time decision with a hip injury. Anton Winfield, ankle injury. Mike Edwards with a hamstring injury, and Tristan Wirfs with a ankle injury. So their defensive line is very thin right now, and I think that is going to be a huge problem. And we are going to talk about that in a little bit. When it comes to the Bengals, their injury report, you have Trey Hendrickson. You have Trey Hendrickson, who is out. You also have you got Trey Hendrickson, who is also out. You have defensive end Trey Anderson, who is out. You have cornerback Mike Hilton, who is also out. You have tight end Hayden Hurst, who's out. Jalen Davis, who is doubtful. Tyler Boyd, Trent Taylor, and T. Higgins are all questionable. I think this is going to be a very tough. This could be very tough if 3 of their wide receivers are out. So therefore, in this case, I think Joe Burrow is going to be relying a lot on Ja'Marr Chase. And I also think he's going to be relying a lot on Joe Mixon. So I think that's going to be a very. So I think if you have 3 wide receivers who are out at this moment, that could be very tough. And like I said, for the Bucs, their defensive line is gonna be atrocious. Now, when it comes to the X factors for the Bucs, for the Bengals, I think the X factor is going to be Joe Mixon. Because like I said, if you have 3 wide receivers who are questionable right now, Trent Taylor, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins, I think you're going to have to exercise the run game of Joe Mixon. And also, Tampa Bay has one of the weakest rush defenses in the league. So I think right now, Joe Mixon is going to be the X factor for Cincinnati. They need to take advantage of that weak Tampa Bay rush defense. When it comes to Tampa, I would say their X factor is gonna be that hopefully Tom Brady can hit Mike Evans. I think Brady to Evans, that's going to be a huge X factor for Tampa Bay. And maybe they got to hold up that offense. They got to hold up that defense. That Russian defense, because if Boyd, Higgins are in with that and Ja'Marr Chase, they're going to be in big trouble. And they also got to cover Joe Mixon. And also the implications of this game on the playoff picture is right now, Tampa Bay, if they lose this game, they are going to have to win. They're going to have to win their next 3. They're going to have to win their. Okay, they're actually going to have to win, like, depending on how everyone else does. No, they're going to have to win their next 3 if they want to get in the playoffs. They're going to have to win their next 3, and their schedules are going to be. Their schedules after these are going to. Next 3 games are going to be super easy. You got Arizona, Carolina, and Atlanta. Now, when it comes to the Bengals, they have, according to 538, they have about a 99% chance of making the playoffs and a 49% chance of winning the division. So next week, after this, they're playing New England, which if they win, which means if they win this week and next week, they're in. And then they will have to, it depends on how Baltimore does, because they're in first place in the AFC North. And if they win if they win Sunday and next week, they're in. And they're going to have to win all 4 if they want to clinch the AFC North. So what is my final prediction for this game? I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win this game by a score of 27-14. If you like what you see here, and why wouldn't you, because this content's amazing, go to www.thesportsinsανitynetwork.com, check out our blogs, our vlogs, our podcast, and all the fun stuff there. And don't forget to check out us on Twitter at SInsanityReal. And also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook at the Sports Insanity Network, and like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for daily notifications here on our YouTube channel. I'm Bill Murphy of the Sports Insanity Network. This has been Murphy's View. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and take care, my friends.